Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Greetings and peace be upon all of you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. Today's video is actually a very special one for me, since I will have the chance to present to you my favorite fragrance of all time, of those which I own and those which I've tested so far. So I'm somewhat excited to present to you this awesome fragrance, which was launched by the guys from Lattafa. In this case, without further ado, I'll go right ahead and show you the presentation. So let's go right into it. As you can see here, we have the box, and on the front we can see the first iteration, as you might say, from the school emblem, the school crest, where we have a lion. Since, as I mentioned in my first video regarding Asad elixir, Asad means lion in the Arabic language, so therefore this is why we have the lion here on the crest. On the top we have the concentration of the parfum, 100 milliliters. Or 3.4 ounces. We have the name here written in Arabic with the Latin transliteration below, the Lattafa, the name of the company on the bottom, and we have the crest placed on two parts and somewhat as though it was zoomed in. Honestly, if you look like this at it, it looks pretty amazing. Okay, on this side, it says here, made by Lattafa Perfumes. Here on the back, we have the name once again, the ingredients, the website, and the QR code. Okay, on the top, we have the name, the logo of the brand, and on the bottom, we have the barcode, and it says here that it was made in the United Arab Emirates for external use only, and mine was produced, as you can see, November 2023. Okay, in this case, I'll go right ahead and take the bottle out of the box. Okay, amazing. In my opinion, one of the coolest bottles for perfume. What would have made it even better was if this color, this kind of a bracelet looking thing here, was made out of metal, so as the color. And here on the top, this reminds me of the bottle from the Versace's fragrance, the Dylan Blue, which also has somewhat of a gold coloration. However, they use metal. Other than that, it's a pretty amazing bottle. We have the name here, the crest once again, the name of the fragrance and the company. We have the logo here on top once again, and it says here where it was manufactured, external use for the parfum. Okay, pretty hefty bottle, solid, made of solid plastic, so you wouldn't be worried if you'd drop it or anything like that. The cap, extremely solid. Alright, so yeah, like I said, it might be a little bit biased since this is my favorite fragrance of all time. As I was mentioning, the cap is pretty solid and heavy. The atomizer, you can see the color, the gold coloration all over here. Okay, in this case, let's go forward. Okay, so actually, this is also my scent of the day. I already sprayed it on me. I'll go ahead and also spray it so we can discuss a little bit regarding the opening. I'll also go ahead and show you the atomizer. Okay, I have absolutely nothing to complain about it. It distributes the juice quite nicely. So, As usual, I will present to you the notes which are listed by the manufacturer themselves, Lattafa, and which in fact, if you will check the Fragrantica website, they're the same. In the opening we have black pepper, we have pineapple, and we also have tobacco. We will get this amazing freshness, the sophistication, which in my opinion is unmatched. We do get the tobacco, and we have some somewhat of a spicy note. However, since as you might know or might not know, the Asad is actually a clone inspiration from the Dior's Sauvage Elixir. And honestly, even though we don't have nutmeg listed in the Asad, I can see that I somewhat say that I'm actually feeling it. Amazing. Not since, of course, I had this since last year, so it had enough time to mature. I can't really say I smell the pineapple note. Regardless, there is a freshness. There is spicy, like I said. There is some tobacco in the opening, and for some time now, since I've been using this awesome banger of a fragrance, I always regard it as a perfect blend, and of course all fragrances are blended together. It's not like any company releases a fragrance in a different bottle and tells you to mix them up on your skin. However, it's done in such a perfect way that you kind of have to, in a way, concentrate to sort out what the notes are. Now, the original, like I said in the opening, the one from which this one is cloning, has nutmeg, has cinnamon, has cardamom, and also grapefruit. However, me and also a lot more people in the community say that the original has this somewhat of an abrasive smell to it. It has a more abrasive note in the beginning and towards the mid too. And also, this is not just me, many other reviewers said this, that they regard Asad being better than the original, the Sauvage Elixir. I also can definitely say that too. Since it is more well-rounded, more on the aromatic side. The original, however, has the fougere aspects more heightened compared to this one. What is not like that I don't like the fougere fragrances, or however the aromatic side, in my opinion, is much more elevated, is much more interesting in any perfume. Now, as for the dry down, indeed, you can get the vanilla, you get the amber, and it's possible that there is some kind of a resinous undertone to it, which might come from the benzene. Honestly speaking, even though in the base we also have labdanum, so again we have vanilla, we have amber, dry wood, benzene, and labdanum. Honestly speaking, I'm not sure how labdanum is supposed to smell like. Yeah, so like I said, overall this is an awesome creation. Even though I smell so many other fragrances from the Arabic Peninsula, you know, the dupes, clones, so on and so forth, designers, or even niche. Honestly, nothing compares to this one. Since some of the first things I remember when I discovered this fragrance, and I didn't like it as much from the first. This is why in the fragrance world, the first sniff isn't always the most important one. You need to try again until you figure out your final opinion on the fragrance. So, like I said, I wanted to say, one of my first thoughts regarding this one is that it's amazing. It's so amazing. Of course, I mentioned that already. I'm a bit excited. However, it's without a doubt a true masculine smell. Sometimes in the beginning, I didn't have so much. I didn't have enough knowledge regarding the fragrance one, so Sometimes I couldn't tell that of any fragrances are either more masculine or more feminine or anything like that. However, this without a doubt is a masculine fragrance. Of course, in part to the deep aromatic side of it, and also the fougere style, barbershop style fragrance. And indeed, my final conclusion is that this is a much better alternative to Sauvage Elixir. Also, the main one of the main aspects between these two is the price. For this one, I bought it on the 1st of May last year, 2024, for the price of the equivalent of $33.86. However, as you might know, the original for a 100 ml bottle, it's actually close to $200, which is quite insane for a designer fragrance. And this is it. Both fragrances were launched in 2021, and indeed, this would be it regarding my review regarding this awesome fragrance. I do, even though, like I mentioned in the previous video, when it comes to buying fragrances, you need to be somewhat tempered with your finances. However, I can 100% recommend you this one. Also, the seasonality, some might say it's more suited in the colder seasons. However, for me, it's without a doubt an all year round fragrance and extremely elegant smell. I wouldn't recommend overspraying it, since it's actually also a beast mode fragrance. After my nose and my skin, it lasts well over 12 hours, strong projection for at least 2 hours, and an awesome sillage. And this is it for today. Hopefully we'll get the chance to explore more fragrances in the future. And I do want to thank you for taking your time to watch this this review. Hopefully you'll get the chance to try it on and also like it as much as I do. Okay, I do wish you a wonderful day, guys. Goodbye.